Hey there Toons, Random Toon here with another episode of the Punchline Project, where we discuss random humorous things about Toontown Online. Today we are going to discuss the 5 worst trolley games of all time. Please remember that this is just my opinion, my own personal beliefs. If you disagree with me, that's fine, okay? But don't criticize me and say you're wrong. I'm just saying, you're wrong, Random Toon. Trolley Tracks is actually an enjoyable experience for everyone. Okay, so this is on my channel, so I'm allowed to have my own opinion on my own channel. If you want to make a video saying what you think the 5 worst trolley games are, please go ahead and feel free to leave it as a video response, and I'll approve some of them. So without further ado, let's just move on into the 5 worst trolley games of all time, in my opinion. Coming in at number 5 on the countdown. Well, here we have the tag game. Now you may be thinking, Random Toon, the tag game? It's such an enjoyable and pleasant experience for everyone involved. Haha, shut up! The tag game is a good game, I will give it that. Its goals are all there. Run around tagging other toons, collecting ice cream cones. Whoever gets the most points at the end wins. Simple enough concept. However, the design. Look at it. Seriously. Look at it! They could have had us running around Daisy Gardens. Imagine that, running around the maze trying to catch other toons. Now that would have been good. However, this one, we're in an empty area, in plain sight of everyone else, with a random statue in the middle of it. Did they think, oh, I think we need to add something to this? Something fun and enjoyable. What about a statue that doesn't do anything? That's a good idea, Jefferson. You get a race tomorrow. I mean, the ideas are all there, the concept's there. It's just the design. Look at it. It's like they just went, let's just build this random circle and have done with it. They didn't even put any more effort into it. And this is probably the only game on the list that I think's good, yet the design lets it down completely. Just think about that, Toons. Toontown could have had us chasing each other around Daisy Gardens. Imagine how fun that would have been. Number 4 on the countdown. Next up we have Tug of War. Now don't get me wrong, I love Tug of War as well. The design doesn't even let it down, okay? I think this is a good design game. I think even the mechanics are good. The only problem is, it relies too heavily on whether your teammates are doing well. So, for example, if 4 of you are up against 1 cog, or 3 of you, or 2 of you, or whatever, up against 1 cog, okay? If the other 2, if 2 of the people on your team are like away from the keyboard, for whatever reason, you lose, basically. It doesn't even give you a fighting chance, alright? Now, you may have seen the Let's Play episode with Duke Monty Fingergoose where this happened, involving a duck named Chip, who just basically did nothing. Now, I don't care if he didn't even know how to play the game. He could have at least tried. Just pressed all the buttons and seen what happened, alright? The instructions were there at the beginning. Follow them, that's what they're there for. You don't go into a trolley and not know how to play trolley games. The same reason you don't go to Toon Valley if you don't want to get hacked. So the reason this game is flawed is basically because your teammates can let the game down for you. You might be trying your hardest. You may be getting the level exactly right. However, if your teammate's just going, I think I'll check my Facebook. Oh, look at that, I got a new message from Penny. Then basically your whole team dies. Alright, that's just basically what I'm saying here. So they need to make it more independent, more reliant on you. Maybe have a Tug of War. I don't know, a 4-way Tug of War, I don't know how that would work. Maybe the person who's getting it accurate enough would be the one who pulls the rest in. I don't know how that would work, it's just a concept, just an idea. So yeah, basically your teammates can let you down, which is basically what lets the entire game down, really. It relies too heavily on your teammates knowing how to do well and doing well, basically. Number 3. The catching game. Is it just me or does this game lag heavily on my computer? Maybe because there's lots of stuff falling from the sky and ugh! I don't even know how to describe this game, alright? In Donald Streamland it's nigh on impossible to get it right at all. In Toontown Central it's too slow. So I'm assuming Daisy Gardens is a perfect medium. I don't know, there's just something really unlikable about this game. It's also really frustrating when you get hit by a cog and you're just lying there like, okay, I want to get up, back up and play the game now. It's like I know it's like a punishment for, you know, not moving out the way in time, but still. It just infuriates you. There's no real sense of achievement in this trolley game. I mean, all you do is stand in a spot where a shadow's falling, and all it either is an anvil or a collectible. That's it. It's a 50-50 chance. By the time you see the anvil, it's too late to move away. So essentially, it's a game of chance. Speaking of game of chance, let's move on to number 2. Number 2! The second worst trolley game of all time. Oh wow, here it is. The race game. Yes. Wow. Now don't get me wrong, I love the race game, okay? It's a brilliant game. I get very, very excited playing it. The problem is, it is entirely a game of chance, okay? You could pick number 4, and all the other people could pick number 4, none of you go anywhere. Now it's all about knowing who you're with, right? You don't know if they're greedy people, you don't know if they want to get 4 straight away. I mean, it's not even like a proper race, it's a top-down view of what's supposed to be a racetrack, I'm assuming. And these cards, all these cards, as if it wasn't a game of chance enough. You could be right there, near the end, move back 4 spaces. Oh dear, oh dearie me. But that's the thing I don't like about this game, there's no skill involved, it's entirely chance. I mean, essentially, the only way you can basically assure with a chance of winning is picking 1 all the way through, and then you just plod along slowly while the other people pick 4. However, if you pick 4, neither of you move. That's what I don't get about this game. I mean, I love it and such, but I just think it's too reliant on chance to be even classed as a good game. And just a side note, this is my reaction whenever someone else picks the same number as me.
What you say? Oh, that you only meant well.
The worst trolley game of all time. So here it is. The worst trolley game of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the Toon Memory Game. Absolute terribleness, if that's even a word. Oh my goodness, I cannot express the hate I have for this trolley game. I cannot even express my distaste towards this trolley game, my disinterest. The unmistakable platitudinous ways in which this game presents itself unto us toons. I'm pretty sure there are better ways at conveying a memory game than cards flipping over on a flat surface, fixed camera position. Oh, it's terrible. Get it away. Get it out of my sight. But seriously, I'm sure there was a much better way at conveying memory games. And even if you are very skilled at this game and do enjoy it, you are bound to end up with someone else who just runs around going, oh, press delete, spam! Oh, and not to mention if you're on your own. If you're on your own, you may as well stay there for life. Honestly, how slow can that timer count down? This game is simply ridiculous and takes far too long with or without other people. And it's a waste of time for everyone. That is why I've chosen the Toon Memory Game as the worst trolley game of all time. But of course, this is just my opinion. If you disagree, let me know. And that's it for this episode of the Toontown Project. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This has been Random Toon. Stay tuned.